General knowledge 2. Second part. Another 80 questions. Question number 1. When loading a trailer, if the cargo is loaded all to the rear, it may result in what? In what condition? Please remember, if you load all to the rear, then drive wheels might not be pressed enough, okay, might not be loaded enough, and they will have poor traction. So when you read the question about loading a trailer, please remember, if the cargo is loaded to all to the rear, it may result in poor traction on drive wheels.
Poor traction.
Alright, let's see if we are right. Cargo to the rear, poor traction.
Poor traction.
Question number 2. Short question. Communication means. So, in other words, what does it mean? Communication. It's simple. It's simple. Communication, communicating. That's what it is. Okay? Communication means that you need to communicate your intention to other motorists. It's not talking to law enforcement, it's not talking on CB radio, it's not talking at all. It's not about talking. Communication, it's about communicating.
Turn on your turn signal.
Your intention to other motorists. Any way you communicate what you are going to do on the road, it's communication. And again, I told you it's easy. The same words actually in the question and in the answer, in the right answer. So communicating. Communication means communicating.
Match and pair.
Very good. And again, the program advises you. Yes, you are right, correct. Communication, communicating. Question number 3. If you are convicted for driving under the influence while driving a commercial vehicle, and this is your first offense, you most likely will get what? Easy, again, easy. If it's your first offense, at least 1 year suspension of your CDL will result.
1 year suspension.
1 year suspension.
1 year
Of
suspension.
your CDL. Let's see if we are right. Yes, first offense, 1 year suspension.
Don't drink. Don't drive and drink.
Another question, number 4, about alcohol. If you are stopped at a roadside rest area and found to have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.02, what happened? You will be placed out of service for 24 hours. Please remember. In the previous question in the part 1, we agreed, guys, that the blood alcohol level concentration for you as a commercial driver to be considered intoxicated is 0.04. But even in this case, if you are stopped at the roadside rest area and the police officer find that BAC, blood alcohol concentration, is 0.02, which is twice less than intoxicating concentration, but still you'll be placed out of service for 24 hours.
For any detectable amount, actually.
Yeah, for any detectable amount. And the police officer, that will be the person who is authorized by the law to place you out of service for 24 hours at least. Okay, let's see if we are correct. Yes, 24 hours. Question number 5. Which of the following statements about speed management is true? Okay, speed management. Please remember, if you double your speed, then stopping distance will be increased by 4 times. It will not be doubled, okay? It will not be the same. Whenever your speed is doubled, your stopping distance, the distance which will be required for you to bring a vehicle to a complete stop, will be increased by 4 times. 2, 4, double 4.
Newton law. Newton law.
Double 4. Your speed is doubled. The stopping distance increased 4 times. Okay, speed management 4 times. Okay, sometimes you might be given a picture, which will be helpful for you to decide. But even without a picture, you'll be able to answer that kind of question. For example, you are driving a long vehicle that makes wide turns. You want to make a left turn from Ocean Street or any street onto Atlantic Street, well, any other street. And please pay attention to this fact. They are both two left turn. There are 2 left turn lanes marked A and B on Ocean Street. Again, the point which I'm trying to make is that doesn't matter what you're going to do. If you see that there are 2 left turn lanes, 2 lanes for you to make a left turn, you should always use the right hand lane, which is here would be B. There is no picture, but again, remember, it doesn't matter what the names of the street would be. If you see that there are 2 left turn lanes on a picture which will be given to you, you always pick the right hand left turn lanes.
Outside, you pick outside the lane.
Right hand lane.
Which radius is much larger.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Yes, we are correct. Question number 7. You are traveling down a long, steep hill. Your brakes get so hot that they fail. What should you do? Well, bad situation. But in this particular case, when your brakes get hot and they, cannot hold your vehicle, they fail, you need to do both of the above things, which are you should downshift and pump the brake pedal, just in order maybe you can get a little bit of brake power back. And also you need to look for an escape ramp or escape route. There is a special device on the side of the road which helps you, to escape actually. So in case, again, on the emergency, when your brakes fail and it happens on a long steep hill, that's what you need to do. At the same time, you need to downshift and pump the brake pedal to get a little bit of your power temporary back, brake power. And also you need to look for an escape ramp, special escape ramp or escape route, part of the road safety, actually pouch could be called. So again, please pay attention. Both of the above actions could help you to bring a vehicle to a stop and save your life and
typically both of the above is a right answer.
And yes, this is a very good observation. Usually when you are given some choices and you also see both of the above, most probably that would be the correct answer. Alright? Good. Yes, we are right. Question number 8. Center of gravity of a load. And you need to pick up the correct answer which characterizes the center of gravity of the load. And please pay attention to this particular fact. Again, the longest one is the correct one. And the center of gravity, when it is high, it can make a vehicle more likely to tip over. Which is obviously, again, that's why you need to, when you load your vehicle, you need to balance, you need to distribute the load evenly to make sure it's not high, it's not all to the rear, all to the front, or it's not too high. Because if it's high, all right, tip over. The vehicle is more likely to tip over when the center of gravity is high. Okay. Question number 9. To prevent a load from shifting, there should be at least one tie down for every 10 feet. I'm telling you right here. Okay?
In advance.
In advance. 10 feet one tie down for every 10 feet. Actually, 10 is, well, the figure, the number which is used was post-logically. Remember, you need to, for example, to have 1 second for every 10 feet of your vehicle length when we were talking about speed management. And here also 10 is most probably would be the correct answer in all of the such a cases. One tie down for every 10 feet of your vehicle.
10 feet.
of cargo. Okay. Question number 10. While driving, ice builds up on your wipers, and now your wipers no longer clean the windshield. What you should do?
Stop safely.
Yeah, stop safely, fix the problem. Any problem which deteriorates your ability to, well, look clearly, which limits your visibility, okay, and jeopardize your safety, needs to be fixed. So you need to stop. Don't continue to drive. If ice builds up on the wipers and well, the problem, so you need to stop safely and fix the problem. Another thing, you remember we've been discussing safely. The word safely is most probably indicates the correct answer anyway. So if even you don't know about anything about the fixing the problem, okay, you'll be able to pick up the right choice, the right answer. Stop safely and fix the problem. Very good. And this rule applies to, well, any situation which is like on tire pressure, fire, anything else. Question number 11. When the hydraulic brakes fail, they fail, while you're driving, the system will not build up pressure and the brake pedal feel spongy or go to the floor. What should you do? Well, easy stuff.
Pump the brake. Pump the brake.
Maybe you would be able to generate pressure. And again, this is officially recommended action you need to do in this situation. Okay? If the hydraulic brakes fail, pedal feels spongy, or go to the floor, well, keep doing, keep going, keep pumping the brake to generate pressure. Okay? Very good. Pump. Question number 12. Which may be a sign of tire failure?
Vibration.
Please remember, tire failure, vibration. That's the first sign you need to pay attention. You need to be aware of. Tire failure, sign of tire failure, you start feeling vibration. Your vehicle starts to vibrate.
We're talking about front tire, remember.
Yeah, that would be another question. Rear tire, and that's
Fishtail.
a different story. Question number 13. To prevent brake fade. Fade is almost the same as fail, but not completely yet there. Alright, fade. It starts, well, working improperly. So, and to prevent this condition, to prevent brake fade, what you need to do, remember guys, save. Again, when you see the word save, that most probably the correct answer. Let's read it, well, the whole. Select the gear which will keep your vehicle at a safe
speed.
On a deep downgrade.
Safe speed.
Okay, so to prevent something, in this particular case, brake fade, you need to select the gear which will keep your vehicle at a safe speed. And that's how you protect your brakes, by the way. Alright? You usually downshift, select the proper gear, usually lower gear, and that allows, and this allows your vehicle to, well, be safely operated. Okay? Safe speed. Number 14. A full stop is required at a railroad crossing. When? When the full stop is required at a railroad crossing? Easy. When the nature of your cargo of the cargo hauling makes a stop mandatory under the state or federal regulations.
State of federal regulations.
State of federal regulations. You might be asked. You will not be asked about state of federal regulations. You just need to be aware of that. In different state, might be different regulations, but just be aware. You need to stop at a railroad crossing when it's it's required by state or federal law. Okay, federal regulations. Question number 15. When driving at night, you should use your low beams when an oncoming vehicle is within how many feet?
500.
500 feet. 500 feet. So at night, you are allowed to use your high beam when safe and legal to do so, right? But when an oncoming vehicle is coming toward to you, within 500 feet, you have to shift the high beam to low beams. All right, you should use your low beams. That's what it means. So usually you use your high beams, but within 500 feet of oncoming vehicle, you should use your low beams. Low beams, 500 feet. Low beams, 500 feet. Okay. Question number 16. When driving through the work zone, what should you do when you drive through the work zone? Please pay attention. You should watch for sharp pavement drop off. Because, in the work zone, sometimes the different lanes, the surface could be uneven. And that's what you need to be aware of. That's what you need to watch for. Sharp pavement drop off. Okay?
Simple like that.
Very good. Question 17. Alright, that's kind of repetition of what we already heard. Backing of the commercial vehicle. You guys already know it.
Always dangerous.
You remember there was a question about that you should avoid backing whenever you can. That's the same, said in other words. Backing of the commercial vehicle is always dangerous because it's big, because the visibility sometimes is limited, and that's why you should avoid backing. It's always dangerous, so avoid it if you can. Question number 18. When you are parked at the side of the road at night, what you must do when you parked at the side of the road at night. Visibility is, not as good as at the daytime. So you need to warn other motorists, right? So in order for them to see you, turn on your four-way emergency flashers.
Four-way emergency flashers.
To warn others. That's the first thing you need to do. Even at the daytime, especially at night, if you are parked at the side, first thing you need to do, turn on your flashers. Okay, safety matter. Four-way flashers. Question number 19. Now you must stop on a hill or curve on a two-lane, two-way road. How far should you place reflective triangles? Okay? And the point is hill or curve. Alright? If it's curve or hill, then you need to, put it back within 500 feet.
500 feet.
Behind you. Please pay attention. Not as far back as necessary, because it might be, more than 500 feet. So it wouldn't be reasonable. So by the law, by the commercial vehicle regulation, you are required on a hill or curve to put your reflective triangles within 500 feet behind you. Okay, let's see if we are correct. Yes, on a curve, 500 feet. Question number 20. Stop braking should not be used on vehicle with
Anti-lock brakes.
Anti-lock brakes. Step braking, that's a special technique to brake when your commercial vehicle is not equipped with anti-lock brakes. Step braking, which is not discussed here, is a special technique which allows you manually prevent locking of your brakes. Okay, so, and that's why if your vehicle is already equipped with anti-lock brakes, step braking, well, should not be used there. Okay, step braking should not be used with what? With anti-lock brakes. Alright, very good.